Love it.
RMIT, get here!
In a bit more. You're just on ahead. When women's rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When women's rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When women's rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
Said, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
Said, what do we do?
Stand up, fight
So students across Melbourne are gathering at the State Library tonight to demand an end to the genocide in Gaza. Right now, across Australia, there are attacks against freedom of speech, against the right to protest, and so we're also defending the right to protest at this rally tonight.
What do students think about the visit of the Israeli president to Australia this week?
Yeah, well, it's a disgrace that the Labor government has invited an architect of genocide to Australia. At the same time, they're considering putting in real restrictions and repressions against students across the country at universities who have dared to challenge genocide, who have dared to challenge our universities' weapons ties, and who have stood on the side of Palestine. Our government is considering the recommendations from the Special Envoy into Anti-Semitism, Gillian Segal, which suggests that universities that allow these protests to happen should receive cuts to funding, that the students that organise those protests should be expelled and disciplined. And so we're out here today to protest both against the President's visit, Isaac Herzog, but also to defend our right to protest as students and people across Australia.
Gemma, I believe you're facing some disciplinary actions from the university that you attend, RMIT in Melbourne. Can you tell us about the circumstances of what happened?
So RMIT University has invited me to a disciplinary hearing in which I face potential suspension for posting a video where I detail the university's ties to weapons manufacturers and talk about the section of the school that is dedicated to defence research. Pretty much what they're saying is that I've made sensitive information public by revealing the location of the Defence Research Centre, but this is a part of the university that they are incredibly proud of. They publish articles about it in The Australian. You can find it on their LinkedIn, on their Twitter, and so it's a public part of the university which I think people should know about. They're also saying that I have caused disruptions to the staff and students' capacity to research because I call on the university to shut down the Defence Research Centre. I do think that that research centre should be shut down. They've got partnerships with companies like Boeing and BAE Systems. Both are companies that are essential in the production of the F-35 fighter jets that have been raining down bombs in Gaza and Iran and Lebanon. Our university and universities across the country should have no ties with weapons manufacturers and should not be connected to war and militarism in any way whatsoever. And staff and students should also be allowed to criticise the institutions in which they learn and engage with the world.
That's incredible. So the location of this company, this defence company within RMIT, is supposed to be secret?
Well, if it's supposed to be secret, they probably shouldn't post that they win awards from the Australian Defence Force, and they probably shouldn't exhibit at public arms kind of conferences like the Land Forces Conference.
Right, okay, and what sort of disciplinary action are you facing? So you're a student there, yeah.
So I could face a potential suspension from my course.
Right, and did this all happen at a Students for Palestine rally?
So this came out of an Instagram video which was published to the Students for Palestine account.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it was part of advertising for the National Student Referendum on Palestine, which made history last year and mobilised thousands of students across the country to come out against their universities to defence ties and to stand with Gaza.